I did watch Vanderpump, major Scheana and Sandoval fight, and it was just bizarre. Okay, because I do feel bad in some ways because we know that Scheana is dealing with like OCD, right? And she talked about that, which can be crippling. Like it can take over your brain, and it's not. I feel like people think OCD is just like, I like things clean. Like that's not what it is.
No.
Like there's so many different types that like clearly hers are like, you know, I don't know exactly what she has, but I'm saying like it seems like it's sort of like a, you know, she plays these scenarios in her head over and over again and you know, kind of ruminates over them. But when she's yelling with Sandoval and she was like, how do you think this affect me? Now I have to worry about Brock and Lala. I'm like,
yeah.
I understand that maybe that's how her brain is working right now, right? But at the same time, absurd to be comparing the two situations. Like, that's something you should probably, like, you know, talk to somebody about, and, like, yelling about it with Sandoval while Ariana's around. It's like, okay, this shouldn't be about how now you're nervous that your husband's going to cheat on you with your best friend because, like, you know,
I don't know if she like that maybe necessarily communicated it the best way, obviously, because they were fighting. But I do understand where she was coming from, in the sense that like maybe she's not actively nervous about it every day, but because of what went down, the thought that like, well, it could happen, like, creeps in a little bit more, because before that you're like, oh my god, no, never, my best friend, like that would never happen, but when it happens to somebody so close to you, like, if that happened to one of my best friends, I would totally look at my relationship and be like, fuck, like if it could happen to them, crazy,
right?
So,
I feel like,
but it's just it's the way
it's
that
the
Scheana,
screaming, being like, you know how this affects me, and it's like,
It's just the way it's time has passed now, and it feels like now multiple episodes we're getting of Scheana kind of like turning the scandal more in a direction that's like about herself.
Right. And
So-
I think it's just being relatable. Because like you said, that's that I think the way you said is like, shit. Like if Scheana was like, damn, like, you know, it makes me like, but when she's screaming, being like, do you know how this affects me? It's like,
it makes her think she's staying up all night staring at the ceiling, being like, oh my God, like what if Brock and Lala are sleeping together?
Right. And like, and then the way that they cut the episode to like Brock, you know, the husband thing, like with Lala, I was like, oh, this is some shady editing right here.
Yeah, totally.
Because I don't think Lala meant any, like, I don't think Lala was making that joke to Brock. I think Brock just made that joke to Lala, and then they panned to Scheana. But yeah, I mean, we knew what this season of Vanderpump was going to be, and we've talked about it every week. So Vanderpump gets a C from me.